The 2005 Access to Information Act law guarantees every Ugandan the right to access information from government, including on how and when to vote, in order to allow him or her make an informed decision. We asked the Electoral Commission spokesperson Paul Bukenya and Executive Director of the Citizens Coalition for Electoral Democracy in Uganda, CEDU, Charity Karebo Ahimbisibwe, what has been keeping Ugandans behind in this regard.
It's very important to make sure that citizens are aware of their rights to elect leaders, they are aware of their responsibilities during the electoral processes, and also exercise their duty to participate in the elections and to vote for the leaders of their choice.
We are supposed to access every information concerning what we need to know as voters, because we cannot demand for accountability except we have information for which they are supposed to give us. Now, for example, the voter should know, how do I vote on the last day of ticking ballots?
This week, the Electoral Commission started a sensitization program to all Ugandans about their civic duty to participate into elections.
Voter education is supposed to tell you that this polling station, this is the serial number that corresponds to it, because the ballot papers will come with those serial numbers. Now, if there is an exchange in ballots, or what they normally say, stuffing of ballots, it's quick for even the voter to know that this ballot here does not belong to our polling station.
However, this comes at a time when it is less than 2 months to polling day, raising questions whether the Electoral Commission will be able to cover the entire country in the remaining few days. During the 2016 presidential elections, 477,319 votes were invalid, which is attributed to low voter education.
We have seen that from 1996 to 2016, the number of spoiled ballots or invalid ballots keeps going up. Now, when you see the increase in the number of spoiled ballot votes, it means that the less the information, the more the spoiled ballot.
But what does it take to invalidate a ballot?
I come to that ballot paper, I tick jingo, but I cancel all the other candidates. Cancel. The moment I do that, my ballot is invalid.
Punch holes in the eyes of other candidates and make other markings which are not permitted in the law, which explains some of the invalid votes that we've seen.
The Citizens Coalition for Electoral Democracy in Uganda says it is collaborating with the Electoral Commission to bridge this information gap among Ugandans ahead of the general polls.
Electoral Commission is doing a voter mobilization campaign. We hope to come in quickly to support that voter mobilization campaign so that voters are overloaded with information.
The Electoral Commission says it's your right to access the voter register at each polling station.
And one of the things that happens before polling starts is a brief engagement, a brief session, a brief voter education session where the presiding officer states what is going to take place.
Why should you interest yourself in how many voters are at your polling station? Because in the past we've had instances of where there are more voters prescribed to a polling station than the registered voters.
Now, all the presidential candidates are expected to be given a hard copy of the voters' register free of charge.
But beyond the candidates, I've seen civil society, my civil society partners, like Forward, has been asking for this voters' register. And I always wonder, why can't Forward access this voters' register? It's supposed to be up on the website. It's not there.
NTV could not independently verify the cost of printing a voter register to a single candidate, as this information was not readily available.
The last elections, candidates had to come with a fuso truck to load a copy of the National Voters Register and take it to their campaign headquarters. The law provides for that, and it's a big logistical, part of the process, but we have to provide it.
However, candidates at the parliamentary and other levels can access their respective voter register at a fee.
For a soft copy, we normally give a fee of around 100,000.
Jingo Francis, NTV.